Hi guys, welcome back to another video. This week we are going to be writing persuasive letters. So we're going to be using the skills we looked at last week, the persuasive writing and the letter writing, to help us with that. Our letter is going to be to our head teacher and we're going to try and persuade them to do something. Shall we take a look and start planning? Let's go. So in today's video, we are going to be planning our persuasive letter. First, I'm going to show you the topics you could write about. These are the topics you can choose to write your persuasive letter about. We should be allowed to wear our own clothes to school. We should be allowed to bring our pets into school. Or we should be allowed to have extended break times every day. I'm going to be using this topic today as an example to show you. So what I'm going to do first to make it easier for myself is I'm going to plan my two main points on why I think we should be allowed to wear our own clothes to school. So my first point is going to be that it's comfortable. And my second point is going to be that it promotes creativity. So those are the two main points that I'm going to be mentioning in my persuasive letter. As a challenge, I'm going to add a counterpoint on why we shouldn't be allowed to wear our own clothes to school. This is effective as it shows understanding and consideration to the other side. Feel free to have a go at this and try this too. I'll be explaining later on at how we're going to do this. Now, before we begin, I just wanted to recap some of the persuasive openers we used last week. So feel free to pause the video and jot a couple down because that will help you when we come to plan our letter. Right, so here I have my persuasive letter template, which is going to ensure that I include all the correct features in the correct order. If you've got access to this template, you can use it to help you. If you don't, you can follow along with this video and make sure you have the correct features in your letter. Let's begin. So first of all, I'm going to write the sender's address. So that would be my address. Now I'm going to write the date just underneath my address. So Tuesday, the 5th of May, 2020. Next up, on the left-hand side, I'm going to write the recipient's address. So the person that you're writing the letter to. In this case, it would be the head teacher. So maybe you could write the school's address. Now I'm going to write the greeting underneath. This is where you say hello to the person and really start writing your letter. So my greeting is, Dear Miss Barr. Now moving on to the opening of our letter. In this part, you're going to give a brief description of why you're writing the person the letter. In my opening, I'm going to write, I am writing to you to tell you about my ideas for the school. I believe that we should be allowed to wear our own clothes to school. I think that it would be good for everyone, which I'm going to explain in this letter. Now we're moving on to the main section of our letter. So here's where we include the points from the start of the video. I'm going to start with my first point about it being comfortable to wear our own clothes. But first, I'm going to remember to use a persuasive opener. So I'm going to start mine with, I feel that. I feel that allowing us to wear our own clothes will result in better quality work. I think this because if we are comfortable and content at school in our own clothes, we will be able to relax more. Great, so that's our first point done. Now moving on to our second point. I need to use another persuasive opener to start this paragraph. I'm going to use in addition. This point, remember, is about how it encourages creativity. So I'm going to write, in addition, I think wearing our own clothes promotes creativity and belonging, as people are free to express their styles. This will lead to a diverse community where all children feel confident. Remember, it's really important that you explain your points as well. Now we're moving on to our conclusion. This is the part where we're going to use our counterpoint, as it will be effective because it shows understanding and consideration towards the other side of the topic. I'll show you what I mean. Let's take a look. I'm going to write, I can understand how you might have worries about this, as it may cause distractions in class. However, in conclusion, I think it will make the school a happier place. Did you see how I turned the point around and concluded why I think we should be allowed to wear our own clothes? If you would like to try this in your letter, then fantastic. If you'd rather not, then maybe in the conclusion you can just write one last point on why you think you should be allowed to wear your own clothes to school. So now we're moving on to our closing sentence. So we're ending our letter with a sentence. So for my closing sentence, I'm going to write, I hope to hear from you soon. Now I'm moving on to the signature. So I'm going to sign it, Yours sincerely, Miss Benja. Now I'm going to use yours sincerely because I know the person and I know their name. If, however, you don't know the person that well, nor their name, you should sign the letter Yours faithfully. Fantastic! Now we've planned our letter. Well done at planning your letter today. Hopefully you've managed to finish your plan and you've got it all ready for tomorrow, where we're going to be writing our persuasive letter. Make sure you've checked your letter for any spelling mistakes and just read through it aloud maybe to check that it makes sense. See you tomorrow.